How you doing, guys? It's Jamie G back here again with another video. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. If you are new to my channel, I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, and pretty much all things digital. So if that's of interest to yourself, love to have you guys join me. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm going to be putting out. Now, what I'm covering today is chatbots. You may have heard of them, you may have used them, you may be using them in your business at the moment. And if you're not, hopefully by the end of this video, you are going to look a little further into using them as part of your business strategy. Now, we've all heard that old internet saying, or if you haven't, here's an old internet saying, it's been around forever, which is the money is in the list, or the money is in the follow-up, things like that. So most people think of email, and obviously if you've seen a couple of my other videos, I do use email every day as well. Having said that, thanks to modern technology, we do have things such as chatbots, and basically because there's over 2 billion people that use the Facebook platform these days, it means that, I guess, because they're interactive, they get a lot higher engagement than email. And I'm thinking basically what you're seeing here with chatbots is probably what you would have been looking at maybe 20 years ago when email marketing first came out, where, you know, back in the day when you might receive 7 to 9 emails per day in your inbox, and you diligently read through them and think, oh, this is some great information for me. Excellent. I'll click on that link and have a look. Whereas now, I think the average user gets something like 147 emails per day. So with that amount of content in your inbox, guaranteed pretty much everyone skims over them. Might read a couple of them that are personally addressed to you, but as marketers, it's really hard to stand out amongst the crowd. But having said that, like I say, chatbots, you get huge open rates, you get great engagement, and I don't know how long it's going to last. It might be one of those things where, like I say, going back to email, maybe it'll die out in the next couple of years because people are getting bombarded with all these chatbot messages all the time. I don't know, but what I'm going to go through today, I'm not going to show you how to set up a chatbot, anything like that. I'm just going to go through some of the stats, and just to give you a bit of an idea, kind of open up your thinking a little bit in terms of, I guess, how you might want to implement this as part of your business. So anyway, this is just one of the chatbot accounts that I use. I have also used ChatFuel before. I find that really interesting. I think it's free for the first 500,000 subscribers or something like that. You can upgrade to a $30 per month plan if you choose to. I personally just use ManyChat. It's $10 a month. It's super cheap. I don't really have many subscribers on any of the bots that I use at the moment anyway, so I haven't really been pushing it that hard. Although I am going to start pushing that a lot harder after this, I think, because it's basically speaks for itself, the stats. So anyway, I use ManyChat. It's basically drag and drop, really simple to use. You can create your own flows in terms of, I guess, how the user will actually go through the different sequences that you set up, things like that. So this is just the welcome message that I use, and it's really straightforward. Hi, blah blah blah. First name. You can make all sorts of stuff in here as well. So it doesn't need to be first name. It can be, I think you can even use just like their email address or contact number or surname, whatever you want. I just go first name because, you know, why wouldn't you? Thanks for reaching out. Blah 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 blah. Queries. So this is actually a little bit lower than I would have thought for the click-through rate. So there's only, out of the 80 odd people that have come through here, and again, like I say, I'm not saying this is a huge chatbot, but, you know, I mean, this is something I use for my agency. I don't really promote it; just sits on my website, and people can opt in if they choose to. So anyway, there you go. I've still got 23 clicks, which works out to be nearly 30%. So it's not bad. And I think that must be slight inaccuracy there. Maybe it's because that says 19%. So maybe it's people that have actually gone through and clicked on something in the menu. Maybe it's people that have since unsubscribed, so now they're not part of that 19%. I'm not too sure, but anyway, still, regardless if it's 19 or 23, 28%, I should say, looking at some pretty crazy stats there. Compare that to email, where depending on the niche or the industry that you actually promote your emails in, you might be looking at anywhere from, I guess, sometimes, you know, hand on heart, sometimes my open rates are like 3%. Like if it's if I'm experimenting with something, and again, you probably be able to see from some of the videos I put together previously, they don't always go right. They don't always get great open rates. Like sometimes I just have horrendous results, like 1.5%, 3% open rate. Sometimes I get lucky and I might get like 40, 50%, but those are few and far between. Depends on timing, the subject line, all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so as you can see, 100% delivery, which is good. And out of that, so there's only one person that didn't open. I don't know why you would opt into something and then not even bother to open the chatbot. It's right on your phone or whatever, but people are weird, so go figure, right? Anyway, out of that, 23 people have then clicked through, which is roughly about 30%, or if you believe that's 19%. I don't really know where these figures, how they're generated, but anyway, regardless, those are both pretty awesome figures. In fact, that's probably quite low if people really are opting in for something and then they get to here. Maybe I need to adjust that. I might need to just change that writing just to say like tap here or something like that. It might improve that. But anyway, it's all part of the learning process. You get to these things and you start getting a bit of data and you're like, oh, okay, well, hang on, why would anyone bother to get some free information if they're then not going to, even though the chatbot basically throws it right in their face and says, hey, here's their information, why would they not even click through? Like, and that's where using these types of tools, you can start clicking through and going, okay, cool. Well, maybe I should update the writing on that, for example. Anyway, sorry, rambling. Righto, so I just clicked on that, and now we're getting a little bit better. So of those people that have come through to this, there's 82% that have actually clicked through to the next page. So again, I probably need to just update that button on the first page, make it a bit more punchy, something like tap here, just even like a direct call to action, like tap here to continue, or get this thing free or whatever, download now, whatever, and it'll probably entice people to come through and actually engage with the bot a little bit more. But second to that, on the second part of this, obviously, when people have clicked through from the welcome message to query, this is where you're starting to see the really good results. So it means, I probably do need to update these a little bit more, right? So great, no problem. Blah, blah, blah. Here's a sense of what we have available. And again, I'm not saying this is the greatest flow or anything like that. It's just a welcome sequence to get people to engage more than anything. And then obviously they click on that, hopefully, and then they get a little sub-menu that I put together. So everything from just visiting my website through to the prices and services that I offer, right through to I actually offer a free ebook. That's what entices people to jump onto my chatbot in the first place. You're welcome to have a look at my website, leadco.solutions, if you want to grab this as well, or I think one of the other videos I've put this in there as well. So anyway, just a bit of information on how to get better Facebook ads. What else? You can leave me a message. So if you don't want to do any of that stuff, maybe you want to just follow up and see what I'm up to and whether there's something we can work together, things like that. So again, if you just hover over these, it's going to show you the click-through rates. Obviously pretty low for that one. 17%, that's all right. 30% for that one. So it means that there is some interest out there. People are kind of curious. Okay, what's this dude about, and what's his pricing structure, all that sort of stuff. So therefore, it helps with engagement on my site. There's also another argument that people might think, okay, it's great that people are interacting with your chatbot, but now you're giving all the information away for free. Why would they have an incentive to, say, leave their contact details in order to get a phone call about your services? I personally, I'm okay with that. I mean, what it means for me is, look, here's the information. I still do have all their contact details. I can just go into broadcasting up here and send a broadcast. And it was one I did recently where I just had a bit of free time at the end of one of my weeks, and I just said, look, anyone interested in me doing a bit of an audit on your Facebook ad accounts, are going to charge $100. Let me know. And I got a great response to that. So, then again, maybe it's that they don't need the full package per month, but maybe they just want a bespoke solution or an ad hoc, whatever you want to call it. So that's another thing. Anyway, you can use it for all sorts of stuff. Like I say, I'm not saying that the flow I've got in place here is ideal. I mean, it could probably be done a lot better, but what I really want to open your eyes up to is just the actual engagement rates here. So, the open rate's 100% open rate as opposed to, and I know, yes, it's a tiny sample size, 18 people, I get it, but compare that to, say, email, like I say, where sometimes, I mean, I've got an email list of 2,500 people, but if you're only getting like 1 or 2% opens, you're not really doing that much better than as opposed to this one where I've got like 80 people on my list and I can keep messaging them on and on and on. And plus a 72% click-through rate. So it means that they're getting to this page, or the people that really are interested are getting to this page. They're kind of thinking, yep, brilliant, I like this, I'm going to have a look through. They might not do anything about it, so be it, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, the other thing it's not measuring is that, and you can't actually see it on the screen anyway, but right down the bottom of this, I've got a menu, and the menu basically says, tap to call or whatever as well. So there is that. There's a possibility that people are getting here, they're going, great, I like what this person's offering, or this company, bang, I'm going to just give them a call straight away. So there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do with it. And the whole point of me showing you all this stuff is I just wanted to, I guess, open up your thinking a little bit, just to go, what's this? Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, it's my other message from when people when they click through from, where is it? That one there. They can go leave me a message. It will come up with that page. So they just need to tap and manually write whatever they want, and then obviously I get a notification. I can then contact them accordingly. So I then tap them into I can tap them into another flow. I can make a flow which basically follows up with them. Hey, did you download my ebook? Hey, did you blah, blah, blah. I haven't really bothered to do that at this stage. I've just got that part set up, and I'm going to go through and obviously add more features and more details and more flows to it as I go along. So anyway, that's it. The whole point of this was just to give you a bit of an eye-opener, I guess, about the power of using chatbots as part of your business. I do highly recommend you do get into it. They are something that I'm not saying it's a full replacement for things like email marketing, because end of the day, you do own your email list. You don't really own a chatbot list. Facebook owns it, or ManyChat, or whoever you're using owns that. But at least it gives you a way to effectively communicate with your audience and be what they call omnipresent. It's a marketing term. You may or may not have heard of it. Omnipresence is basically where if someone jumps online and they're on Facebook and they see your face, and then they open their emails and they see your email, and then they jump on Pinterest, they see that you've got a whole bunch of pins there as well, and then they jump on YouTube and you've got a whole bunch of YouTube stuff there. You're everywhere. You're like on the internet. So therefore, if they start thinking about a solution with your niche in mind, then in essence, you're going to be that person that they think of, because you're basically everywhere. So that's omnipresence, and this is one way that you can kind of boost that omnipresence. So you're not only sending them an email, but you're sending them a chatbot message. You're everywhere, plus a YouTube video, etc., etc. Right. Anyway, so look, that's it. I'm going to leave a link below to ManyChat. I'm not an affiliate for them. I just like the product. Like I say, you can get started for free. You can also update for, I think it was $10 US per month. Not exactly bank-breaking stuff. I do highly recommend you have a look at it for your business. And of course, any questions, just leave a comment below. I'd love to show you guys a bit more information. In fact, I might even go through how to set up a sequence and stuff like that if you're interested as well. And the great thing is, just in a final note, is that you can actually use chatbots and these flows and these sequences with your Facebook ads as well. And obviously, if you're already getting fantastic engagement from your chatbot, imagine what happens with the power of Facebook ads behind that. These things just absolutely take off. So anyway, you can use it for a whole lot of stuff: e-commerce, coaching, digital products, whatever you name, offline products, real estate, etc., 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 restaurants even, and that's it. So anyway, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I have kind of gone on a little bit more than I would have wanted, but hopefully there's been a bit of valuable information here for you guys as well. Once again, my name is Jamie G. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.